Hi, I'm your host, True Path Travel, and welcome to Switzerland. Nestled in the very heart of Europe, this is a country where nature's grandeur meets human ingenuity on a scale that is simply breathtaking. From the glistening, ancient ice of its glaciers to the tranquil, crystalline waters of its lakesides, this compact nation packs more raw scenic punch per square mile than almost anywhere else on the continent. It's a land defined by its verticality, where soaring alpine peaks give way to serene valleys, creating a landscape of constant, dramatic contrast. But Switzerland is more than just its mountains. It's a land where punctuality isn't just a virtue, it's a cornerstone of daily life, perfectly embodied by its legendary railway system. It's a cultural crossroads where four national languages, German, French, Italian, and Romansh, coexist, shaping the character of each region. And it's a place where every train ride feels less like a commute and more like a journey through a masterpiece. Over the next 12 chapters, we're going to craft the ultimate Swiss adventure together. Join me as we explore 12 unforgettable destinations, moving far beyond the clichés of chocolate and cuckoo clocks. Our goal is to build a full, smart itinerary, one that balances the must-see icons with the quiet, hidden corners that reveal the country's true soul. We'll cover the essential sites and the must-do activities that define the Swiss experience. From the engineering marvel of thrilling mountain railways that climb to impossible heights, to the simple pleasure of serene lakeside strolls where the only sound is the lapping of water against the shore. And along the way, I'll sprinkle in the practical tips you need to travel with confidence. We'll discuss the best seasons for hiking or skiing, and how to navigate the distinct language regions, from the German-speaking streets of Zurich to the Italian-infused piazzas of Lugano. Most importantly, we'll demystify Switzerland's world-class public transport network, showing you how passes like the Swiss Travel Pass can unlock the entire country. We'll also cover budgeting, the local currency, the Swiss franc, and how to enjoy this notoriously pricey country without breaking the bank. Hint: delicious, fresh tap water is free and available everywhere. So grab your hiking boots, a sturdy rain jacket for the unpredictable mountain weather, and a healthy appetite for cheese, and chocolate, and roasty. Whether you're drawn to the iconic, world-famous peaks or the quiet solitude of a hidden valley, this journey is designed to have something for you. Together, we'll tour a nation that is as astonishingly efficient as it is profoundly beautiful, a country as forward-thinking and modern as it is deeply rooted in tradition. This isn't just a travel guide, it's a blueprint for experiencing the real Switzerland. Are you ready? Let's get started. Our journey begins with an icon, our first stop, Zermatt, a charming, utterly captivating car-free village nestled deep in the Valais Alps. The air here feels different, crisper, cleaner. The only sounds are the hum of tiny electric taxis, the cheerful chatter of visitors, and the distant melodic clang of cowbells. And then you see it. Looming over the village like a watchful guardian, the Matterhorn. Seeing it for the first time is a moment that stays with you, like a postcard suddenly coming to life. Its jagged pyramidal silhouette pierces the sky with a raw, primal drama that no photograph can ever truly capture. It's not just a mountain, it's a symbol of the Alps themselves. Zermatt masterfully balances high-altitude adventure with cozy, authentic alpine culture. By day, you can hike through wildflower-strewn meadows or ski on world-class slopes that are open 365 days a year. By night, you can retreat to the warmth of a centuries-old wooden chalet to dine on a bubbling pot of fondue, the ultimate Swiss comfort food. To truly appreciate the scale of this landscape, you must go up, ride the legendary Gornergrat Railway, a marvel of 19th century engineering that has been climbing this mountain since 1898. The cogwheel train winds its way up to an altitude of 3,089 meters, revealing a breathtaking sea of 29 4,000-meter peaks. From the summit, the giants of the Alps, including Switzerland's highest peak, the Monte Rosa, and the ever-present Matterhorn, feel close enough to touch. For hikers, the Five Lakes Trail, or Five-Seenweg, is an absolute must. This route connects the lakes of Stellisee, Gringesee, Grindsee, Moosjesee, and Leisee, each with its own unique character. The trail's crown jewel is Stellisee. On a calm morning, its surface creates a flawless, mirror-like reflection of the Matterhorn. It's a pilgrimage for photographers, and a moment of pure, natural perfection. Back in the village, visit the Matterhorn Museum, Zermatt. It's a fascinating reconstruction of the original village, but its heart is the story of the first, triumphant, and ultimately tragic ascent of the Matterhorn in 1865. You can see the actual frayed rope that snapped during the descent, a poignant and powerful reminder that the sublime beauty of these mountains is forever grounded in stories of human courage, ambition, and loss. A crucial tip for Zermatt: the mountains are popular, and the transport is expensive. Book your mountain trains like the Gornergrat in advance, especially during peak season. If you plan on using multiple cable cars, look into multi-day passes like the Peak Pass. It can save you a significant amount of time, money, and the frustration of waiting in long queues. And my best piece of advice: stay in Zermatt itself, not in the nearby village of Tesch where you have to leave your car. This gives you the magic of the early morning and late evening. You'll be there to witness the sunrise alpenglow, when the first rays of light set the peak ablaze in fiery orange, and to watch it hold the last light of sunset, like a fading ember. More than just a destination, Zermatt is an invitation. It invites you to slow down, to breathe deeply, to look up, and to simply be present. It's a powerful reminder of why we travel in the first place: to stand in awe of something far greater than ourselves. From the iconic peak of Zermatt, our journey continues. We ride northeast into the Bernese Oberland, a region of dramatic peaks, emerald valleys, and thundering waterfalls. Our next destination is another giant of the Alps, Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe. Our gateway to this region is the town of Interlaken, uniquely positioned between the turquoise waters of Lake Thun and Lake Brienz. It's a place of perfect balance, serenity below, and the promise of high alpine adventure waiting in the summits above. From here, there's only one way to go. Let's climb. The journey to the Jungfraujoch is a testament to Swiss ambition, a train line burrowing through the heart of the Eiger and Munch Mountains to reach the highest railway station in Europe. But this is an expedition that requires planning. We'll show you how to time the weather perfectly, how to acclimatize to the high altitude, and how to structure your day to maximize every single pristine view from the top of the continent. Zermatt and the Matterhorn are complete. The legendary Bernese Oberland is next. Up next, we ride through legends to a place where the views stretch far beyond the borders of Switzerland itself. We're heading for the Sphinx Observatory, a glistening scientific outpost perched on a rocky precipice, offering a panorama over a world of eternal ice and snow. The top of Europe awaits. Our journey to the top of Europe begins in Interlaken, the gateway to the Jungfrau region. From here, the Bernese Oberland Railway starts its remarkable ascent. This isn't just a train ride. It's a vertical voyage, a masterpiece of Swiss engineering that has been conquering the Alps for over a century. The train climbs steadily, passing the idyllic villages of Grindelwald and Wengen, which shrink into storybook scenes below. Then, the landscape dramatically shifts as the train plunges into a 7-kilometer tunnel, bored directly through the heart of the Eiger and Munch Mountains. Before reaching the summit, the train makes a brief, surreal stop at the Eismeer, or Sea of Ice, station. Here, Massive panoramic windows carved into the Eiger's north face offer a staggering, otherworldly preview of the glacial world that awaits you at the top. It's a moment of pure awe, suspended inside the mountain, gazing out at an ancient river of ice. Emerging at 3,454 meters, you arrive at Jungfraujoch. The air is thin, crisp, and charged with the energy of the high Alps. It truly feels like standing on a frozen balcony at the very top of the world. From the Sphinx Observatory, you are granted a commanding view over a realm of rock, ice, and sky. Below, the Great Aletsch Glacier, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stretches for 23 kilometers, a colossal frozen superhighway flowing from the peaks. On a clear day, the sheer scale is hard to comprehend. Its icy surface, textured with crevasses and moraines, tells a story of immense geological time. The experience here is wonderfully tactile. Step out onto the glacier plateau to walk on perennial snow, even in the height of summer. The crunch under your boots is a satisfying reminder of just how high you are. Then, venture into the magical ice palace. These tunnels and halls are carved anew each year directly into the living, moving glacier. As you wander through its blue-lit corridors, you're surrounded by whimsical ice sculptures, from penguins to classic cars, all shimmering within the glacier's frozen heart. It's a chilly, enchanting world, about 20 meters beneath the surface of the Aletsch. The reward for a perfectly clear day is a view that transcends borders. Look north, and you can spy Germany's Black Forest. To the west, the rolling Vosges Mountains in France appear as faint, layered silhouettes on the far horizon. It's a perspective that truly puts the geography of Central Europe into context. Now for a crucial tip. The weather at this altitude is notoriously fickle. Before committing to the expensive tickets, always check the live webcams online. A cloudy day in the valley can be a perfect bluebird day at the summit, or vice versa. Summer offers the best odds for clear skies. And remember, the altitude is significant. To avoid discomfort, move slowly, stay well hydrated, and avoid heavy meals or alcohol before and during your visit. Give your body time to acclimatize. Back down at valley level, the town of Interlaken, nestled between two stunning lakes, lives up to its reputation as Europe's adventure capital. The contrast is exhilarating. After the serene, icy stillness of the peaks, the valley buzzes with adrenaline. You can paraglide for a bird's-eye view of the twin lakes, Thun and Brians, or for a more intense thrill, go canyoning, rappelling, sliding, and jumping through waterfalls and gorges carved by ancient glaciers. For something calmer, kayaking on the impossibly turquoise waters of Lake Brienz offers a peaceful way to absorb the scenery. After the adrenaline and alpine extremes, we journey onwards to Lucerne. Descending from the highlands, the landscape softens, and the air grows warmer. Arriving in Lucerne feels like stepping into a carefully composed landscape painting, where every element, the shimmering lake, the medieval architecture, the distant mountains, is placed in perfect harmony. The city's heart and soul is the Chapel Bridge, or Kapellbrücke. Dating back to the 14th century, it's the oldest covered wooden bridge in Europe. As you walk its length, look up. Tucked into the rafters are triangular panels from the 17th century, depicting scenes from Lucerne's history and the lives of its patron saints. Though many were tragically lost in a 1993 fire, the restored sections continue to tell a vivid story. Adjacent stands the Stoic Water Tower, which has served over the centuries as a prison, a torture chamber, a treasury, and a municipal archive. Across the river, the car-free Altstadt, or Old Town, invites you to get lost. Here, many buildings are adorned with Luftelmalerei, elaborate frescoes depicting everything from biblical tales to local legends and scenes of civic pride. It's a district made for a slow, aimless wander, punctuated by the irresistible allure of artisan chocolatiers and the welcoming terraces of cozy cafes. To truly appreciate Lucerne's setting, you must get out on its lake, the Vierwaldstätter See. Board one of the beautifully restored vintage paddle steamers for a cruise. The lake's fjord-like arms wind between steep cliffs and gentle meadows, revealing charming villages and historic sites like the Rütli Meadow, the legendary birthplace of Switzerland. Lucerne is flanked by 2 legendary mountains. You can ride the world's steepest cogwheel railway, up Mount Pilatus, a journey with a gradient of up to 48%, for sweeping views over the entire region. Or, take a train and cable car up Mount Rigi, known as the Queen of the Mountains, to greet the sunrise and witness its classic 360-degree panoramas. And for a rainy day, or any day really, don't miss the Swiss Museum of Transport. It's one of the best in Europe, with fascinating hands-on exhibits covering everything from historic locomotives and airplanes to space travel and communication. It's an engaging experience for all ages, and especially great for families. As evening approaches, be sure to time your strolls for the golden hour. This is when Lucerne's magic is at its most potent. The surrounding mountains glow with an ethereal alpenglow. The lake shimmers like liquid gold, and the iconic chapel bridge becomes a perfect silhouette, like the final beautiful tune played by a music box. From the frozen heights of the Jungfrau to the painted history of Lucerne's bridges, and from the adrenaline of Interlaken's valleys to the tranquility of its lakes, this corner of Switzerland reveals a nation of breathtaking contrasts, where every journey unveils a new and unforgettable facet of its character. Bern, cradled by the Ahr, feels like a perfectly preserved medieval time capsule. Sandstone facades and 6 kilometers of arcades make a city built for walking, shopping, and shelter in any weather. On the Ahr at Zeitglocke, Jester, Rooster, and Bears, Renaissance engineering that still charms. Hunt the colorful fountains, from the Ogre Fountain to the Fountain of Justice. Pay homage at the Bear Park, then visit the Bundeshaus and its playful 26 jets on Bundesplatz. Climb 344 steps in Bern Münster, stained glass, and a panorama worth every breath. Come for Tuesday-Saturday markets, produce, flowers, cheese, and local treats. Geneva, elegant and international, sits where the Rhone begins. The Jet d'Eau anchors city to lake. Home to the UN and Red Cross, visit the Red Cross Museum, the MAH for Art and Archaeology, or CERN for Particle Physics. In the Vieille Ville, wander cobbled lanes to St. Pierre Cathedral. Calvin's pulpit and tower views await. Cruise Lac Léman. Short harbor loops or longer rides to Montreux or Ivoire. Ride the rails to Lavaux. UNESCO terraces by monks. Sample chasellas among terraces and lake views. Stroll promenades and the flower clock. Precision meets nature. Geneva is also a launch pad. Annecy's canals and Chamonix beneath Mont Blanc are day trip close. Urban sophistication meets natural splendor. Geneva offers the best of both worlds. Montreux's flower-lined promenade invites an unhurried lakeside wander. Sunlight shimmers across gentle waves. Regional trains skim the lakeshore, mirroring mountains on the water. Sit on the left side for sweeping reflections between Vevey and Montreux. Twilight settles over the lake as our Bern and Geneva chapter draws to a close. The day's bustle softens into ripples of light. Ferries trace silver paths. Church towers fade to silhouettes. This is the Switzerland you feel more than see. Precision woven into calm. Stroll the quays for a final glance at the Jet d'Eau, or warm up in a cafe, where conversations glide between French and English. Tomorrow brings new peaks, but tonight is for slowing down. Breathe the cool air. Taste a square of dark chocolate. Listen to distant bells across the water. If you're traveling by rail, set an early alarm. Check the SBB app for live platforms, and reserve panoramic seats when possible. Pack layers. Evenings by the lake can be brisk even in summer. With bags ready and batteries charged, let the reflections fade to black. Our route turns south and east, chasing mountains, meadows, and stories still to come. Montreux feels Mediterranean, sun-drenched promenades, flowers and mountain silhouettes. Seep Chacellas, catch jazz on the lakefront, and meet legends. Byron to Freddie Mercury. The town hums with creative history. Chillon rises from the lake like a medieval dream. Walk halls, dungeons, and see the vaults that inspired Byron's Prisoner of Chillon. Approach by boat to grasp its strategic power from the water. Ride Rocher de Nez for a lake-wide panorama, castles to Alps in one sweep. Grindelwald buzzes beneath the Eiger's north face. Hikes, maps and weather on every café table. At first, a cliff walk clings to rock and juts over a sheer drop. Views of Eiger, Mönch, Jungfrau. Ride mountain carts past cowbells, then hike an easy hour to Bachalpsee. On calm days, Schreckhorn mirrors perfectly. In winter, hundreds of kilometers of pistes. Imagine carving with the Eiger beside you. Reserve gondolas and mountain trains early. Skip queues, save time. Over the ridge, Lauterbrunnen. Cathedral cliffs and cascades. 72 waterfalls like silver ribbons. Walk behind Staubach's mist. Then go inside the mountain at Trimmelbach. 10 thundering glacial falls fed by the Eiger, Mönch, Jungfrau. Cable up to car-free Muren, and on to Schilthorn's revolving pits Gloria. On clear days, views to Mont Blanc and Germany's Black Forest. Hike meadows to Kleine Scheidegg. Lunch with red trains chugging toward the top of Europe. Here you'll feel the raw power and serene beauty that define the Alps. From sunlit Montreux to storybook Chillon, we followed the north shore of Lac Léman, where vineyards tumble to water and jazz drifts along the promenade. Then the scene shifted. Grindelwald beneath the Eiger's dark wall, cliff walks and cowbells. Easy paths to Bachalpsee, where the sky paints a perfect mirror. Over the ridge, Lauterbrunnen's vertical valley thundered. Staubbach's veil in the wind. Trimmelbach roaring inside the mountain. Then gondolas rising toward Muren, and the Schilthorn's spinning panorama. These places teach a rhythm. Move early, book mountain transport, watch the weather, and linger for alpenglow. Between adventures, remember to pause. Sip a local fendant, share a fondue, or listen to the quiet when the last cable car hum fades. As this montage dims, trace the red trains sliding through green. Our compass swings toward the Engadin, to a world of high light and crisp air. Next up is St. Moritz, glamour at altitude, history carved in ice, and summer trails above sapphire lakes. Pack curiosity. We're only halfway through Switzerland's wonders. Our journey now takes us to the high alpine resort of St. Moritz, a name that sparkles with connotations of luxury, glamour, and world-class winter sports, all bathed in the legendary sunshine of the Engadin Valley. This isn't just a ski resort. It's a global brand, a playground for the elite nestled 1,800 meters above sea level, where champagne flows as freely as the pristine mountain air. The atmosphere is one of understated elegance and high-altitude sophistication, a place where nature's grandeur meets human-made opulence. St. Moritz is famously the birthplace of winter tourism. The story goes that in 1864, hotelier Johannes Badroet made a bold wager with his English summer guests, promising them a mild, sunny winter if they returned. They did, and they stayed until Easter, thus launching a legacy. Having hosted the Winter Olympics twice, in 1928 and 1948, its pedigree is unmatched. The town boasts over 300 days of sun a year, a champagne climate as they call it, and its history is also rooted in wellness, with healing mineral springs that have drawn visitors for centuries. This heritage translates into impeccable, world-class service that anticipates every need. In winter, the possibilities are dazzling. You can ski the vast, sun-drenched groomers of Corviglia, then lunch at chic mountain restaurants with panoramic views that are as exquisite as the cuisine. For the truly adventurous, there's the legendary Cresta Run, a natural ice toboggan track that demands nerves of steel. Or for a more romantic pace, A horse-drawn sleigh ride through the snowy Stas forest or across the frozen lake is an unforgettable experience. The town also hosts unique events like the white turf horse races and Snow Polo World Cup on its frozen lake. But St. Moritz is not just a winter wonderland. When the snow melts, it reveals a different kind of paradise. The lake transforms into a sapphire jewel, perfect for sailing and windsurfing. The valleys burst into a carpet of wildflowers, and an extensive network of hiking and mountain biking trails opens up. For one of the most spectacular vistas in all of Switzerland, take the funicular up to Motis-Moragel. The panorama of the upper Engadin lakes from here, especially at sunset, is simply sublime. A trip here requires budgeting for top-tier prices, especially for accommodation and dining along the main thoroughfare, Via Serlus. To manage costs, look for deals like the Engadin card, often included with multi-night hotel stays, which provides free access to mountain transport. For a taste of authentic local cuisine without the haute couture price tag, seek out traditional eateries serving hearty Engadin specialties like pizzoccheri, a buckwheat pasta with potatoes, greens and cheese, or melons, a pan-fried potato crumble. From the crisp Alpine heights, we now travel south, crossing the Alps into a different world. Welcome to Lugano, the heart of the Italian-speaking canton of Ticino. Here, the culture shifts dramatically. You're greeted by palm-lined promenades, the musical lilt of Italian voices, and a Mediterranean microclimate, all underpinned by the reassuring efficiency and order of Switzerland. It's a captivating blend of La Dolce Vita and Swiss precision. Begin your exploration with a leisurely stroll through the magnificent Parco Chiani, a lakeside park with manicured lawns, ancient trees, and stunning floral displays that lead to a villa and the mouth of the Casarat River. From there, lose yourself in the Centro Storico, the Old Town. Its warm-colored alleys and elegant arcades are a delight to wander, revealing hidden courtyards, bustling cafes perfect for an espresso, and sophisticated boutiques showcasing Italian fashion. The lake itself is the city's soul. A cruise on Lake Lugano is essential, its waters winding between steep, verdant mountains like a fjord. Take a boat to the timeless fishing village of Gondria, a car-free hamlet where steep, narrow lanes tumble down to the water's edge. Or visit Morcote, once voted Switzerland's most beautiful village, renowned for its grand architecture and the magnificent church of Santa Maria del Sasso, which crowns the waterfront and requires a climb of 400 steps. For the best views of this stunning landscape, ride the funiculars that climb the city's two guardian mountains. To the south, Monte San Salvatore, often called Lugano's Sugarloaf, offers a breathtaking 360-degree panorama of the lake, the city, and the distant Alps. To the east, Monte Bray is known as the sunniest mountain in Switzerland. From its summit, you can embark on classic hikes, including a scenic walk down to the village of Bray, which has preserved its traditional character. And you must taste the local Cucina Ticinese. This is the home of authentic risotto, creamy and rich. Try polenta, slow-stirred for hours, and often served with braised meats or cheese. And be sure to pair your meal with a glass of local Merlot, the signature grape of the Ticino region, which produces surprisingly complex and elegant red wines. While German and French are widely understood, embracing the local language enhances the experience. A few simple Italian phrases, a cheerful buongiorno in the morning, per favore for please, and a heartfelt grazie for thank you, will be met with warm smiles and go a long way in connecting with the local culture. Leaving the Mediterranean flair behind, we head to northeastern Switzerland, to a place that feels like a living folk painting. This is Appenzell, the heart of a region where traditions are not just remembered, they are lived every day. The air is filled with the gentle chime of cowbells. The landscape is a patchwork of impossibly green hills, and the village itself is a jewel box of colorful, ornately decorated houses. The best way to experience Appenzell is to simply wander its pedestrian-only main street, the Hauptgasse. Admire the intricate murals on the building facades, which depict scenes of rural life, local history, and folklore. Don't leave without tasting the local specialty, Appenzeller Biberli, a delicious gingerbread filled with a sweet almond paste. It's the perfect treat to enjoy while soaking in the timeless atmosphere. For an iconic Appenzell adventure, take the cable car from Wasserauen up to the Ebenalp. From the top station, a short, fascinating walk takes you through the prehistoric Wildkirchli caves, once home to Neanderthals and cave bears. You then emerge onto a wooden walkway to find the world-famous Burgasthaus Escher, a guesthouse and restaurant built precariously into the sheer face of the cliff. The view from here is simply astonishing. From the Escher, a steep but rewarding trail descends to one of the most beautiful mountain lakes in the Alps, Seealpsee. Its emerald waters create mirror-perfect reflections of the mighty Sentis Peak above. It's an idyllic spot to rent a rowboat, enjoy a quiet picnic on the shore, or simply sit in awe of the pristine natural beauty. To dive deeper into the culture, visit a show dairy to learn the secrets behind the world-famous, spicy Appenzeller cheese. If you can, time your trip for one of the seasonal cattle ascents or descents, a vibrant festival where cows are decorated with flowers and giant bells. Or witness a truly unique display of direct democracy at the Landsgemeinde, an open-air assembly where citizens vote by a show of hands. Our final destination is a spectacle of pure natural power. The Rhine Falls, near the town of Schaffhausen, is not about height. It's about raw, untamed force. This is the most powerful waterfall in Europe by volume, a 150-meter-wide curtain of thundering white water, where the high Rhine River crashes down over ancient rocks. The sheer energy is palpable, a visceral roar that you feel as much as you hear. You can get incredibly close to the action. Walk along the network of viewing platforms that extend out over the water. You'll feel them tremble with the river's immense power. For the ultimate experience, take the boat tour that bravely navigates the turbulent waters to dock at the central rock. From there, you can climb a narrow stairway to its tiny summit, standing right in the middle of the deluge, surrounded by the magnificent chaos. The falls are at their most impressive in early summer, around May and June, when the alpine snowmelt swells their volume to a thunderous peak. Try to visit in the morning, when the light often paints beautiful rainbows in the constant spray. Be sure to explore the viewpoints on both banks of the river. The northern bank with Laufen Castle offers a different, equally dramatic perspective. While you're here, don't miss the nearby town of Schaffhausen. Its well-preserved medieval Old Town charms, with over 170 oriel windows and beautifully frescoed guildhouses. Dominating the skyline is the unique, ring-shaped Munot Fortress. Walk up its covered, circular ramp for panoramic views over the city's red-tiled roofs and the gentle curve of the Rhine as it continues its journey. From the jagged peak of the Matterhorn to the thundering power of the Rhine Falls, we've toured 12 of Switzerland's finest destinations. Each one offers a unique window into the soul of this incredible country. A land of dramatic contrasts and unparalleled beauty. We've stood at the top of Europe, feeling the thin, crisp air of the high Alps. We've cruised across serene turquoise lakes that reflect the sky and mountains like a perfect mirror. And we've wandered through the cobbled lanes of storybook towns, where history whispers from every fountain and clock tower. Navigating this diverse landscape is made remarkably simple by its world-class public transport. For maximum flexibility and value, seriously consider the Swiss Travel Pass. It covers unlimited travel on trains, buses, and boats, offers free entry to over 500 museums, and provides significant discounts on most mountain railways, all in one simple, convenient choice. Now we want to hear from you. What's your absolute must-see in Switzerland? Is it a towering mountain, a charming village, or a hidden gem we didn't cover? Share your favorites and tips in the comments below, and help a fellow traveler plan their own perfect Swiss adventure. If this guide helped you dream and plan, we'd be grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to True Path Travel. We're dedicated to bringing you more in-depth, practical, and inspiring European travel guides. Until next time, happy travels! May your journeys be safe, your experiences be rich, and may your memories be filled with wonder.